Your tire pressure light's gonna be low tire, or if it's flashing, there's a problem with this,
Yeah.
with the sensor. But check engine light can mean a million things.
Exactly.
ABS light just means your ABS has a problem somewhere. It could be, you know, a million different things, but it's gonna be in the ABS system.
Isn't
So-
there a light for wiper fluid?
Washer fluid, yeah.
Is that the only thing that it pops up for? Is there any?
That is it.
Okay.
Washer fluid's low, that light's on, that's what's wrong with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This test, or this question I told you is gonna be on the test. What is it?
Application page.
That is correct. Park brake is controlled by a lever or a pedal? Both of them, yeah. Caliper actuated disc parking brakes adjustment is automatic.
True.
Okay, on the caliper operated ones, yes, it is. Parking brake equalizer may consist of cable guide attached to throttle. We did that one, right?
that.
Yeah. We did that one. Parking brake system mechanically actuate the rear disc brakes. Oh, two technicians discussing the park brake systems that mechanically actuate the rear disc brakes. That case says caliper is self-adjusting. Actuating cables are adjustable at the equalizer.
B is right.
Both of those are good. We did this one. Then we did this one. Okay. Why we go to 107 to 109, you ask? Because we're not worried about 108, really.
That's 50 pages long.
Yeah, it's just about machining drums and rotors.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you do this, and that's all we're gonna do. So look through 108 and do this.
Okay.
This is the only thing that's gonna be important to you. The rest of it's gonna bore you to death.
That'll be okay.
Some of this one, yeah. A few, there's only actually a few questions from the diffs on the test. I'll probably even let you know which ones they are. But this is really all you need to know on this chapter. We're gonna go straight to 109 after this. Because these are more important in machining the drums and rotors and all the technical information about that. If you're gonna machine drums or rotors or something like that, the guys at the shop will help you, show you how to work the machine, all that kind of stuff. You're not gonna do it on your own anyway, you're gonna have somebody show you how to do it.
We didn't do the crazy thing in the book.
Okay, we can do that. Where is that? That is on what page?
1252.
52, okay. All right. What's the answer number one? That should be pretty obvious. Hand brake can turn on the red brake warning light. The foot brake can put on the, of course, both of them could, right? That should not be anything hard to figure out. Tech A says if the park brake cable is adjusted too tight, the rear brakes may drag and overheat.
Yeah.
Be the same thing as driving with the brake on, right? Of course. B says what? Parking brake is adjusted properly if the cable is tight in the released position.
In the release position.
No, it's false.
That's true. You are correct. The cable should not be tight in the release position, okay? So it's just A. On most drum brake system, the what, we did this, application
Application.
cables in an integral rear brake caliper. The parking brake cable moves the what?
Integral rear disc brake caliper. Actuator screw?
Yep. B for 4. 5 looks like the same question as 3, doesn't it? Kinda, sorta. Yeah.
What is the answer? 5?
On most vehicles, the what transmits the force passed through the linkage to pilot, yeah, same thing, C.
Oh, they're the same? No.
What's that?
They're not word for word?
They are not exactly the same, but. Oh, you know what? 3 is not C, I'm sorry. 5 is C. On most drum brake systems, the what attaches the park brake lever or handle inside the car? That's gonna be the control cable, I believe. Let's see what they call that. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I messed up on that one, so change that if you put C on that. I believe that's the control cable. Let's have a better look at this. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so B for 3, okay?
Alright.
All right, 10 clicks for number 6. Parking brake cable should be adjusted each wheel. Tech B says parking brake cable adjustment is usually done after adjusting the rear brakes. Adjust the rear brakes first and then the park brake cable. So B is right, A is wrong. You don't have to do them individually because there's an equalizer cable. When you adjust one, you're adjusting both of them, okay? So just B for 7. Rear drums being inspected. Primary issue is not contacting the anchor pin at the top. Tech A says this is normal. Tech B says parking brake cable may be adjusted too tight or is stuck. Which one do you think for 8?
Should the primary shoe be contacting the anchor pin?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out.
I said A.
A?
Yeah.
It's normal for the primary shoe not to contact the anchor pin at the top?
No, I mean B. My bad, B.
Okay, B, all right, there you go. Okay, 9, we did. And 10 we did. Both of those are C. Okay. She is not coming back.
She said that?
Yep.
What happened? What happened?
She's sick?
Didn't say, I just said, are you coming back? Not today. Oh, it was nice of you to tell me.
And this is a long chapter.
Yeah, it's 50 pages long. Especially for this fucking test, you gotta go through all these different pages just to find something.
There's like these pages where it shows you how to do things.
Yeah.
Those don't even count.
It's like fucking 10 of them. Question.
Yeah.
Since we're going through the chapter and you know, like it's 50 pages long, if anybody has questions, like if they found a page where something could be found, could we ask that? Alright, I was looking for this one for a minute, but if you're looking for the hard spots, it's on 1256 for question 3.
You guys can help each other out on it. I don't care. You can work together as a group, class, whatever you want to do.
I want to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys find one, you want to tell everybody else where it's at? I'm okay with that.
Can't find the first one.
1266, step 3.
I'm fine with you working together, all right? Just not on a test. These I don't care about,
Gotcha.
because we do these all together as a class anyway.
So if you want a dial indicator,
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Because it talks about, what's it called? It was 1266, right? Yeah.
That picture, the figure.
I didn't even see the picture. Dial indicator used to check. Yeah, I didn't even see the picture. I was looking at step 3. The arbor should not run out over 2/1000 of an inch total indicator run out. That's what made me think dial indicator. And I didn't even see the picture, but yeah, the picture for sure. So 108. Dash 37. Has anyone made it to 4 yet?
No. I think it's that.
For 4?
Yeah.
Doesn't it ring though if it's like tapped when it's cracked? I said both. I couldn't find it anywhere, but I said both.
1248.
1248,
1258.
58. Yeah. Before measuring a brake drum, be sure it is not cracked by tapping it with a steel hammer. The brake drum should ring like a bell. So that's for B. And then A, brake drums on the same axle should be close.
Shouldn't they be the same?
A says that brake drums on the same axle should be close to the same inside diameter for the best brake balance. Brake drums can usually be machined a maximum blah 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 size.
But nah, you see on the technician B is saying it may be cracked if it sounds like a bell, but it's saying like it's okay if it sounds like a bell. 'Cause it says before measuring the brake drum to be sure that it's not cracked by tapping it with a steel hammer, the brake drum should ring like a bell.
Yeah, but on the paper, it's not saying if it's okay or not. He's just saying that should happen.
It may be.
Says that a brake drum may be cracked
Yeah,
if it rings like a bell when tapped with a light steel hammer. So it's saying that can happen if it's cracked. It's not saying that it's good or bad. It's just saying that's a possibility of it. If you can't find the crack.
I get what you're saying, but what the book is saying is like if it's cracked, it won't ring like a bell.
Brake drum sure does not crack by tapping it with a steel hammer. It says the brake drum should ring like a bell.
If it's not cracked. This one says it may be
Before.
cracked, it should ring like a bell.
So should it, like, should brake drum when you hit it with a hammer?
If it's not cracked, when you hit it, it'll sound like a bell, but if it is, it won't. That's what the book is. I'm pretty sure that's what the book is saying.
I just put it.
I see what you're saying, because after that it says if the brake drum makes a dull thud sound, discard the drum.
So it shouldn't. If it's good, it should make a sound like
Let's
a bell.
just test it. I'm gonna keep my answer how it is. Y'all pick something else. I'll take the fall.
What did you get before?
C, but
I say B is wrong.
huh?
B is wrong.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna just stick with it because I can't tell by the way they worded it. It's fucking confusing. At this point, fuck it. These aren't for a grade anyway. What you looking for?
Huh?
No,
No, I'll just make sure it wasn't much.
What? There's an alarm going on?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear shit.
There's
Yeah.
an alarm going
Better not be my car because my key fob fucked up. I gotta go get that bitch programmed. My last one, I didn't realize my wheel was locked. I tried to turn it over and broke the fucking key in the ignition.
on. How do you get it out? How do you get it out?
Just my fingers. Just pull it up. Like the top of it, like in here, it's like a big ass T. So, you know, just pull it out. We've got the new key fob, put it in there. I just gotta get it programmed, but I really don't care about being programmed right now. I mean, eventually I'll do it, but it's not too important right now. Ugh, my fucking knees.
Okay, you guys done with that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's do it anyway. I'll help you out.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's 50 pages we gotta look through.
Yeah, I know. Let's just go.
Can we start with 4 though? Cause I'm really confused on 4, based on what it says in the book. quiz 108A.
Good.
Alright,
Technician A says that brake drums on the same axle should be close to the same inside diameter for best brake balance.
Sounds right.
Technician B says that brake drum may be cracked if it rings like a bell when tapped with a light steel hammer, which is correct. I said C just because I really can't tell because based off what it says in the book, I can't figure out if they're saying it should ring if it's cracked or if it should ring if it's not cracked.
The book is saying it should ring if it's not cracked, and the dude is saying it may ring if it is cracked.
alright,
So
A.
B wouldn't be right.
right.
So
If-
B is wrong.
If it doesn't ring, it's cracked.
Okay.
It's supposed to. If
So
you got
thuds
a
when
brake
it
drum
cracks.
in your hand and you just like hold it with your finger and you just tapped it with something
Yeah.
metal, it should ring like a bell. If
Okay.
it doesn't, it's cracked. If it just has like a thud and doesn't make the ring, it's cracked.
Okay. So
Okay.
B is wrong. A is right.
Think of the
Gotcha,
hunchback.
gotcha.
Okay, brake lathe arbor should be checked, you're not gonna do this. But if you were gonna check to see if the arbor is the arm that the brake rotor drum goes on, right? If you were gonna check that, what do you think you would use? To see if it was turning straight, so it didn't have any, like, wiggle in it, right? Yeah, okay, alright, good. 2, what did we get for 2, anybody find that one?
I got A.
I got both.
Both.
I couldn't find the second part.
That's okay. Hard spots and drums should be replaced, right?
So A for
3 is A, yeah, 4
Yeah.
is A. 5, what'd you get for 5, anybody find that one?
B.
Yep, it is C,
Really?
yep. Anti-vibration devices
Sounded so
only need to be
defeated.
used when reversing drums. A hubless brake rotor requires special adapter, yeah.
6 is B, right?
I'm sorry,
6 is B.
6 is B, yes, uh-huh.
BS? Bullshit?
Yep. Number 7, what'd you guys get for this?
Which is not a type of brake drum construction. I'm gonna say C.
I guess A.
Central.
A is a good guess, yeah.
I told him to guess it. I told him A. I just wanted to test his theory.
Typical maximum rotor runouts.
Isn't it B? I've seen B somewhere. I think
I feel like every.
it's B or A.
Like,
I remember seeing
when it
13.
comes to rundown specification, it's always in between 3 and 5. So.
Yeah. This is
B.
3 10,000s,
So it is B, good.
5 10,000s. It's actually 3 to 5,000. Okay, 2 zeros, not 3. Okay,
So yeah.
so B for
Brake
8.
drums,
Brake drums are cast iron on the friction surface. Okay, hard
A is
spots can
wrong.
be removed by using a carbide tip. No, they
A is
can't.
wrong. Just throw it away.
Yep, jump should be replaced for it. Okay.
Yep.
What's
So
10?
B only. B only.
Yep. Okay.
I got 8 out of 10 on the test I was given to me.
Okay, let's do 109. This one's gonna be more informational for you and more useful than the other one, so didn't wanna spend a whole lot of time on that one. Alright. Power brake assist. You know that pretty much every car on the road has power brakes, right? You either have a vacuum booster for the power assist, or it's gonna be a hydro boost, which you're really not gonna see much of unless it's a truck. If it's a diesel, it's probably got a hydro boost on it, because diesel engines don't produce any manifold vacuum, which we talked about before. They don't produce any vacuum. It could have a vacuum pump on it to get the vacuum, but most of the time that vacuum supply is gonna come right off of the engine, okay? Right, suppose a vacuum and the vacuum booster theory, operation of the vacuum check valve, brake booster, dual diaphragm booster, brake assist system, vacuum booster operation test, vacuum booster leak test, hydraulic leak test. Okay, how to adjust the push rod length and disassemble a vacuum brake booster for service. That's another thing you won't do. If the vacuum booster is bad, what are you gonna do? Get a new one, right? Okay. Again, a lot of things that they go through in this class is gonna tell you how to actually take something apart and repair it, rebuild it, whatever. Practically, never will you do that, okay? You need a new one. If it's bad for whatever reason, you're just gonna buy a new one. All right. Hydro boost, hydraulic brake booster, we know what that is, right? That runs off of what? How does the hydro boost work?
The brakes to not make it squishy.
Make it squishy, what do you mean?
To make it soft, the brake pedal, right? The booster.
The hydro booster is just a different type of power assist, but how does it work is what I was getting at.
The brakes, press, right?
I will say this, I don't know what you're getting at, but a vehicle with a hydro boost does have a different brake pedal feel. And sometimes it feels like it's got too much brake travel, but,
No, isn't it supposed to make the brakes more softer?
Hydro Boost is a
Not
hydraulically
necessarily.
operated power assist unit built by Bendix. The Hydro Boost system uses a pressurized hydraulic
we talked
fluid
about
from
that
the
in the
vehicle's
steering
power
and
steering
suspension chapters, remember? The hydro boost runs off of your power
up to
steering
the
pump,
power
right?
source rather than
Oh, okay, okay.
that.
The power assist comes from the power steering pump. It uses hydraulic fluid to the power steering to run the brake booster. No, in fact, there was a test question about that on the last test. Okay. To double the stopping power of a disc brake, the driver must double the force on the brake pedal. You don't want to do that, right? That's too much trouble. Not only that, it'd wear your leg out, and you'd probably get in a whole lot of accidents, right? Because you'd have to put a whole lot of pressure on that brake pedal to get your car to stop. If you've ever driven a car that doesn't have power brakes, you'll know what I mean.
You get that a lot with service there,
You do?
Usually the top, not a lot, but you,
The one that have brake booster problems, with the brake pedals hard on?
usually the old Tahoes.
Uh-huh.
One time, even in gas, when I pressed the brakes regularly, the car was not stopping. I got panic, so I pushed this toe hard, and then it just stopped.
Now you know what it's like if the power booster doesn't work, right? When a power booster is fitted, the brake pedal ratio is decreased and the master cylinder bore size is increased. Combined effect of the change reduces pedal effort, greatly increasing pedal reserve. Okay, the booster is this big vacuum diaphragm that goes between the master cylinder and the inside where it attaches to the brake pedal. This is mounted right to the firewall. Okay, you open the hood, you're gonna see that on the driver's side, master cylinder right in front of it. Master cylinder is bolted to it. Okay, this gives you the power assist so that you don't have to push the brake pedal so hard that your leg is worn out by the time you get where you're going.
Why is it 2 feet?
Ever wonder why the brake pedal is bigger than the gas pedal?
Brakes are more important.
Yeah, brakes are more important. And in the unlikely event that you lost your power assist, you could actually fit 2 feet on your brake pedal. Interesting, right?
Small.
Some cars do have a small brake pedal, but those are normally manual transmission cars where you have a clutch pedal too, so the brake pedal can't be that big. Okay, Vacuum, that's what they use, right? Most cars have vacuum boosters for the power brake assist, okay? Hydro boost is something you don't see very often, but they are out there. What is the definition of vacuum?
Suction.
Kind of, yeah. Any pressure lower than atmospheric pressure. Okay? Measured in inches of mercury, abbreviated HG.
Mercury.
What's that?
Isn't HG mercury
Yeah, that's just how they,
abbreviated?
that's how they abbreviate, yeah. Inches of mercury. It's a
Think that's
figure
how
that
it is.
indicates how far a column of mercury in a tube will rise when vacuum is applied at one end and atmospheric pressure on the other. Booster vacuum supply comes from the engine or a small electric or belt-driven pump. This could be also driven right off of one of the camshafts, which is pretty common, to drive it right off of one of the camshafts on four-cylinder engines. Okay, need to worry about that. Belt-driven auxiliary vacuum pump. How much vacuum does a vacuum booster require in order to operate properly?
What was that?
I've put this on the board many times. Does anybody remember what the normal engine vacuum is on an engine when it's idling?
Seems like,
1721.
there you go, yeah, I was gonna say
You're the
17
man.
something.
You gotta say something.
No, I knew it was 17 something, I just didn't know exactly.
That is correct. Okay, electrically powered vacuum pump, it could be electric, but most of the time it's going to be, it's gonna get its vacuum source right off of the engine, right off of a hose on the intake manifold. And if it doesn't do that, it's gonna go to a vacuum pump, okay? Sometimes they don't wanna use engine vacuum to run the booster, so they just go, well, we're just gonna put a vacuum pump on it, drive it off a camshaft, something like that. So sometimes you'll see that, that's pretty popular. Vacuum uses the principle of pressure differential to increase plate brake application force. Typical booster has a power chamber separated into smaller ones by flexible diaphragm. When the air pressure is greater on one side than the other, the pressure differential is created. That's how that works. Amount of force in this matter is proportional to the difference in pressure between the two sides. You'll see what it looks like inside. There you go. There's a side view of a vacuum booster. This is your vacuum supply, where it would go to a hose to the intake manifold. You have atmospheric pressure on this side, your vacuum on this side. You can see the difference in all of the figures there and how that's working. This is actually attached to your brake pedal, okay? And this is where your master cylinder goes. Purpose of the brake booster is to increase the stopping force without increasing the amount of force you need to put on that pedal. Wait a minute. Oh, we missed that, didn't we? Okay. Vacuum boosters will have a one-way vacuum check valve on them. You'll see that typically right at the connection where it goes to the booster. Prevent the loss of vacuum if the engine stops. Looks like this little guy right here. It's just a little plastic check valve. Okay, this is gonna get into the technical aspect of how the booster works. Again, it's just a pressure differential system, atmospheric pressure on one side, vacuum on the other. It just gives you that assist because of the pressure difference. In the event of a stalled engine or a loss of vacuum, the vacuum booster should have adequate storage of vacuum for several power-assisted stops. So if for some reason, let's say the engine quit running. Let's say you're driving down the road, you ran out of gas. Anybody ever done that? No? Okay, so let's just say for whatever reason, you're driving down the road and the engine stops running. Okay, you no longer have vacuum then, right? Which means you probably don't have power brakes, right? But you will for a couple of stops. Okay, vacuum failure, whatever happens, whatever will cause that. Let's say the vacuum hose came off or broke or split or whatever. You would still have enough vacuum in reserve in the booster for a couple of normal stops before the brake pedal gets hard, and then you really have to put the force on it to get it to stop. Yeah,
Is it good to let your gas get a little low from time to time so it can get rid of some gas?
nope.
Because I usually fill up my gas tank when it hits the halfway mark,
Mm-hmm.
but what's it called? I've been told from other people who I've worked on cars with, you want to let it get low from time to time so it can use up that gas at the bottom so
Nope.
you don't have old gas sitting.
Nope.
But if you're mixing it, you're just diluting it over and over again. So if it's
Nope.
old or
That is
whatever.
Absolutely not true.
Okay. Now I can prove to them that I'm smart.
Absolutely not true. What's that?
Isn't it circling, so if you put new gas over the old one, isn't it just all mixing together?
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, there is no old gas. It all just mixes together. It's like you're almost done with a glass of water, right? And then you refill it. There's no old water in there. I mean, it's just, I mean, you get it. It's actually not a good idea to let it run low, because sometimes it'll overheat the fuel pump, because the fuel pump is submerged in the gas tank. That gas helps keep the fuel pump cool. So if you run your car constantly down to empty almost before you put gas in it, not a good idea.
What about changing gas, like going to 76 or Chevron or this and that?
Doesn't matter. As long as you're meeting the octane requirement of the engine, meaning if your engine is designed to run on 87, you're putting 87 in it. If it's designed to run on 91, you're putting 91 in it. As long as you're meeting the octane requirement of the engine, and you should run a top tier gas. You can go online and just Google top tier gas. It'll tell you what stations have it. But it really doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say I've seen.
I always run.
You can go whatever station you want, but
Okay, ever since my dad bought the car I have, he always put 91 for some reason, because he always needs the best gas, so I'm scared if I put 87.
okay.
The car's just gonna feel like it's gonna, like, what is this?
So here's the deal.
It's just gonna run.
Find out on this vehicle, whatever he happens to be driving, does it require premium fuel? If it doesn't, it's a waste of money.
I doubt it, it's a Camry, it's a force,
Yeah.
has no turbo or anything.
Okay.
I doubt it.
If it doesn't say premium fuel only somewhere on it, like on the gas tap or the gas gauge or something like that, if it doesn't require 91, you're wasting your money. Yeah. Did you have a question?
Nah, you answered.
Okay.
So I've seen different gas stations that have like different ethanol ratings in the gasoline. Like Circle K, they have like 10% ethanol, and then
That's pretty
Shell-
common, yeah.
Shell gas station's like 14.
That's pretty high.
So like,
The reason they do that is for emissions.
uh-huh.
If they call it oxygenated fuel, if they add the ethanol to it, a little percentage of it, it actually works pretty well, and it's better for emissions. That's why they do it. There's actually a summer to winter blend gas
Okay.
because of volatility rates on fuel and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not going to really matter that much between 10 and 12 or 10 and 14%. But
Yeah, it's a 8,
just don't put E85 in your car unless you have a flex fuel vehicle, okay?
Yeah.
If you don't have a yellow gas cap, don't put E85 in it. Okay?
The 85 smells
See, what
good.
you could do to change it, can't he like run his car to E and then put fuel injector cleaner and then put 87 in it, so you don't have to put 91?
Say that again?
So like, since he's been putting 91 in his car, and his car like takes 87, so it's pointless, can't he like run his car to like almost E and then put fuel injector cleaner into his gas tank, then fill it up with 87?
It wouldn't make any difference. You wouldn't have to put injector cleaner in it. It's not gonna care.
What's up, part of injector?
Octane rating is simply the resistance.
Because the car's been
of the fuel
sitting for a
to
long time
nitrogen.
and it's just
That's all it
ending
is.
up going
It's
to
an
lower gas.
anti-knock,
So like if you
property.
were to buy a car from somebody that's just been sitting in their backyard for years, that's probably like
That's a problem. Gas goes bad.
Yeah, I was saying that's probably
Yeah.
what the like the use of fuel injector cleaner would be for, but at
Gas
that point, just
will
get
go
fuel
bad.
injectors.
Cause my gas is on 40 miles, so I might as well just put 87 and see what happens.
You won't notice
Nothing's
any
gonna
difference.
happen.
You won't notice any difference.
Just to move on.
I'll say this.
You will notice a difference in how much money you have in your pocket.
Yeah. When I first got my car, I was putting 91 and I
Let's say
switched to
if
87.
parking
It
a
made
car
a
for like
difference.
is it advisable to drain your gas?
If you park the car for a year, where, here?
Yeah, let's say here,
How much gas is in it?
almost full.
Almost full? Does it run?
Yeah, it runs.
It just doesn't go anywhere?
Yeah,
Doesn't get
yes,
used?
What kind of car is it?
I would start it up from time to time. Yeah, don't just let it sit.
kind of
Cars
car?
fall apart when they sit.
Mercedes?
The worst thing you can do to a car is let it sit.
Um,
They're designed to be driven. They will go bad faster sitting than they will driving it every day. As long as you don't beat it to death, right?
There's nothing wrong with it?
No,
Why don't you do it?
no, I just don't want to.
So here's the other thing, battery's gonna go bad too. So if you have a car that runs and you're not gonna drive it regularly, you need to start it once every week or two. And just let it warm up, maybe drive it up and down the street or whatever, and park it again. Don't just let it sit. That's a bad idea, okay?
I was gonna ask you something else, but I forgot.
Does you think Sam's Club 87 is good?
What's that?
Sam's Club 87 is good. I always put Sam's Club gas. And I feel like, when I heard stories of Sam's Club, if someone put 88, 91 in it, they have like a nice car that requires 91, and they put 91 in it, and then they had a check engine light. So I'm kind of worried if I put 87.
They probably got other problems.
Car's gonna
The
start
shop
to-
told me that,
But I
I was
heard,
having engine problems because of the kind of gas I was putting in my car. And I was just saying, but I'm not sure it was,
Okay. 76, Arco. Chevron.
What about Conoco? No, there's Conoco.
What's a dinosaur?
Costco Wholesale.
Dino Co?
Conoco, yeah, I think so.
Exxon, some of these we don't have here. Just looking for, I don't think we have Gulf Station.
I've never seen that.
Kirkland, if you're a member of that.
Do you have a preferred gas or you just go
Mobile.
wherever?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Do you have a preference or do you just go wherever?
Why can't I get to the next one here? Oh, there we go.
it's not even top 6.
These aren't in order, they're just in alphabetical order. All these are top tier fuel.
Mr. Gas. Used to be my nickname in high school.
Cause you fired?
As far as the preference goes, it depends on the car. Obviously, we have Shell here.
I think Chevron's a lot of choice.
Chevron's good, I've used that for years.
Sunoco, Sinclair, that's what the
Sinclair,
dinosaur was
the
called.
old green dinosaur,
Yeah, that's what it
the
is,
green
Sinclair.
dinosaur is fine, and you know what, their prices are actually normally pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, when I
They're
used
usually
to,
like 40 cents cheaper than Chevron. So if you can go to the green dinosaur, nothing wrong with that.
Doesn't like,
Texaco is obviously good.
doesn't
too.
7-Eleven have their own gas station?
Yeah, they,
yeah,
we
but
saw
their
that,
gas
Citgo.
is high.
We
I
saw
used
that.
to stop at Sinclair on my way when I used to
So,
work in my old
anyway.
job. And what's it called? It would like this is at the time where everywhere was like 420, 410. They were like 360. I was,
Yeah.
Is it advisable to add additives to your fuel?
If the car's only been sitting a year, it's probably okay. You probably, I mean, battery's probably dead if you haven't started it. In fact, I promise you, the battery's dead. Probably even no good.
Like at all, you can't even jump it?
You, most likely you could jump it, yeah.
S550?
But the battery may have just deteriorated to the point to where it's just won't hold the charge. You know, you can be able to start it, but then after it ran for a while, it probably wouldn't start again. So, but after a year, the gas was probably okay. It'd be marginal.
how much?
It'd probably be a good idea to run the fuel out of it and then put fresh fuel in it. Is it not legal to drive? Is it not registered or insured?
No, it's not registered, I just don't want to register it because I don't drive it.
Is it 2-door?
Yeah, 2-door.
Are you saving it for somebody?
We're all going, why don't you drive this car?
Everybody starts bidding.
We're all trying to figure out why you have a car that runs and you don't drive it.
I give you $20 in a Jolly Rancher.
Give it $20.
Yeah, it's like,
And you
I'll
pay?
give you mine. I'll give you mine.
oh god, I think right now it's in
Come on, man. How much?
Charles get in and sell his car before the end of the class.
Yeah.
Charles, if you're not gonna drive it, you can get a pretty penny for that car.
Yeah.
What is it?
S550, 2016 Mercedes S550.
Is it AMG
Oh.
or just like regular?
S550 with recliner seats in
It's
the
an
back.
AMG, oh, I'll buy it.
Man, why the fuck you got that and you ain't driving?
Yeah, because I don't want to register it and.
I'll register it. Let me get it. Is something wrong with it?
It's gas powered, right? It's not diesel, right?
No, it's gas.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go through our power breaks.
Charles got too many cars and you have
Yeah, you got other cars. You ain't gotta worry about that. I'll take on more cars.
Vacuum booster principles.
I ain't gonna worry about that. Come on, Charles.
What are we talking about?
What?
Some of these will have two diaphragms in the booster. They do that to reduce the size of the booster, okay? For space requirements, right? Older cars had a single diaphragm brake booster, some of them were like this big around. And then they got smaller because they needed the room under the hood, right? So they just did a dual diaphragm inside, so they work just as well, but they're smaller, okay? So you might see a dual, well, most dual brake boosters now are the dual diaphragm type like that. Okay. Brake assist system. Purpose and function. Apply the brakes maximum force system to protect the driver is making a panic stop. The way this works is the brake assist system uses a solenoid to open an air valve at the rear part of the vacuum booster assembly. It allows more air at atmospheric pressure into the chamber, increasing the stopping pressure. Brake switch input is required for operation.
Yeah, how you getting these cars, man? No, for real. I want to know where you getting these cars from. I want one.
Yeah, you can get a good deal on a Copart.
Yeah.
Copart?
You shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. No, you definitely should have said something. I'm telling you, when I figure everything out and I know what I'm doing from top to bottom on every car, I'm buying and flipping cars. I'm gonna be my own dealership. I'm so serious. I'm not even playing. I'm make some good money off of that.
There was a couple of.
Did you say you did that?
What's that?
You would like buy some, fix them, and then flip them?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Hell yeah.
You can make
All
good
the time.
money off of it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. I've had people bring me cars, I don't know how many times, and let's say it's got whatever wrong with it. You know, they're driving down the road and it quits on it, maybe timing belt broke, something like that. I give them a price on it and they're like, yeah, you know, I'm thinking about getting rid of the car anyway, and I'll give you $500 for it. I just buy the car from them, I fix it, and sell it. Make yourself a couple of grand or whatever, you know, and
The reason why I want to flip cars is because the guy that I work on a Beamer with, it's a E39 M5. He bought it for $500.
because it was broken.
There was the only thing that was wrong with was one of the spark plugs. It wouldn't crank right, and the lady didn't want to deal with it.
Sometimes people sell cars that they think has a major problem, and they don't want to deal with it, and they'll damn near give it away.
Exactly, and that's exactly what she did.
Mhm.
So I'm do the same thing. It's scummy, but hey, money.
Okay, when the brake assist function operates, brake force is much higher than normal. That's just in the event that you have to hit the brake really hard, really quick, and panic stop. The brake assist system will give you a little bit extra. Additional stopping force, panic stop situation. Okay, you can try this. You remember when we ever watched something and they said, don't try this at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of those that you can try, okay? Not at home, but in your car. This is how you check your vacuum booster. You know it works because your brake pedal feels fine when you drive your car, right? But this is how you would check it. Engine off, so you get in your car, push the brake pedal down a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times, and every time you push the brake pedal, you'll notice it get harder and harder and harder to the point where it almost won't move. Okay? With your foot on the brake pedal, start the engine. You'll feel the brake pedal go drop about an inch, okay? It's supposed to do that, all right? If the brake pedal doesn't drop, the vacuum booster or the vacuum source is bad, all right? If there's proper vacuum, replace the power booster. Nothing to it. Leak test. If the vacuum booster can hold a vacuum, perform the following steps. Operate the engine to build up vacuum in the booster, turn the engine off. Wait a minute. Press the brake pedal a few times. There should be 2 or more assisted brake applications. Hydraulic leak. This is going to be most likely master cylinder bad. Chances are you're not going to have an actual hydraulic fluid leak somewhere in a caliper or wheel cylinder. I mean, it happens. It's just pretty rare. After depleting the power assist unit, depress and hold the brake pedal with a medium force like you would normally do if you were hitting the brake. The brake pedal should not fall away. If the brake pedal starts falling away, meaning, you know how when you get in your car and you're driving, you hit the brake pedal only goes so far and it stops, right? And your car stops. And if you're stopped at a light, you hold your foot on the brake and it stays in that same spot. If the brake pedal starts to sink or fall away, they're calling it, you got a hydraulic system leak or mad master cylinder, okay? Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is really like off topic. I'm not trying to keep doing this. But don't you need like a dealership sales license to be able to go auction at Copart?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, you actually do need a dealer license to participate in the auction as far as selling, I think, but not if you want to go buy something there, I'm pretty sure.
So
Some of those auctions are open to the public, where you can just walk in there and, you know, bid on a car or whatever.
Because I was there before, but they told me I needed a dealer license.
Maybe some of them you do, but I know some of
'Cause
them
I
are
went
open
to
to
the
the
one
public.
past the Speedway. past the
Oh,
Speedway.
that one probably, yeah.
Is there another one out here?
Yeah, there's a couple of public auctions, car auctions,
I only
that
know
you
about
can
that
just go
one.
to and just, you know, buy cars.
I was
You can walk out in the lot and look at them and say,
Yeah.
oh, I'm interested in this one.
I was waiting in
You
that
wait till
line
it
for
goes
like
across the,
an hour and a half, and I was like, oh, you can't do
Yeah.
that unless you got a light. I'm like, come on.
make sure it says open to the public,
Okay.
okay? All right, push rod clearance adjustment. What is the push rod? We're not talking about the engine now, so what's the push rod? Where is the push rod in your brake system?
Behind the pedal.
But he said.
Okay, $12.99, you'll see it.
It doesn't point it out, but it's there.
Where it says
Right
release,
before-
release switch.
The release switch, yeah.
Oh, what?
$12.99, you
Yeah,
seen
the
it?
top.
Yeah, huh?
Right here.
Yeah, there you go right there.
Oh.
Yeah. So, sometimes that's adjustable. All that does is adjust the clearance between the actual pedal and where it hits the master cylinder. There's just a rod there that connects the two. So when you push the pedal, it pushes this push rod, which pushes the cylinder, master cylinder plunger in.
Isn't this the push rod right here? Too?
The picture on top.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
It says
Yeah,
release
uh-huh.
switch.
Right on top of the release switch. It looks like a.
Yeah, it doesn't,
Doesn't point it out.
actually, no, yeah, it doesn't point to
Right
it, but it's
there?
not. No, it's actually
It's that one.
yeah, this guy right
Oh,
here,
okay.
yeah. Yep.
Where? Inside of the
Yeah, right.
vacuum
Yeah,
booster?
it's the one on the inside, not the one that holds the clevis pin to the actual brake pedal. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have an arrow pointing to it, but that's your push rod.
rod.
Okay, so all you really need to know about that is if the length is too long, the brakes could drag or be partially applied all the time.
Okay.
If it's too short, you could have excessive brake pedal travel, okay? That's all that is. There's gonna be a test question that says, what do you use to check that? And the answer to it is a gauge rod, okay? It's gonna be on the test.
Gauge rod?
Uh-huh.
Check what?
The push rod.
Put picture
The push rod length
Oh.
for the brake booster. Let's see, the question's going to read something like this.
Does the CDL class only have slideshows? Because they don't get books.
That is so weird. I still can't figure out what they do. It's not like they're playing some game show
Yeah.
in here.
I've been hearing it all day. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
Shit must be easy. Bless your soul.
no problem.
What was in my head?
What, the little thing? Yeah, I've been hearing it all morning. I'm
Sounds like a casino.
it's,
Yeah,
yeah, it sounds like a slot
sounds like
machine.
they're playing
Slots.
some
yeah.
video game or poker machine or something.
Jackpot.
I don't know which question it is, but I'll find it. We'll go over it on Monday.
Alright.
Okay, anyway, the answer to that question is going to be a gauge rod. When it talks about measuring brake, booster, push rod, okay? That's actually what it looks like. Disassembly and service, we're not gonna worry about that. You're not going to take a brake booster apart and rebuild it. Your Hydro Boost. This is what it looks like. Instead of a vacuum booster, we looked at this before when we did steering and suspension. Power steering pump, right? It just uses your hydraulic lines for your power steering. Here's your power steering gear. It just uses them to assist the brakes, okay? So if this power steering pump fails, you lose steering and brakes. Not good, right? I mean, you can still steer, you can still stop, it's just your power assist goes away. It's not like you're gonna crash, but anyway, Hydro Boost, okay? Instead of the big vacuum booster with vacuum going to it, it's just got a little hydraulic dude here that works off of the power steering. And that's what it looks like inside. Do you really care too much about that? We're not gonna get too crazy with that. Another diagram with the hoses. Okay, you're gonna need to know this. There's a question on here that deals with this Hydro Boost. Let me find it. Okay, if the engine stops running, what is most likely to occur if the vehicle is equipped with a Hydro Boost power brake system? The answer to the question is normal braking due to accumulator pressure. Your Hydro Boost has an accumulator on it. What that does is it stores enough hydraulic pressure for 3 or more power assisted stops if it happened to fail. Okay? Way to test that accumulator is with the engine running, just grab a hold of it with your hand, it shouldn't move. Okay? It means it's under pressure.
And what was the answer again?
Hydro Boost has an
If-
accumulator.
The question's gonna read,
Hydro Boost has an accumulator.
yeah, the question is gonna read, what is going to happen if the car has a Hydro Boost system and it fails, or the engine stops running or whatever? You're gonna have 3 or 4 power assisted stops with accumulator pressure. Okay? This is what the accumulator looks like. Here's the Hydro Boost, here's power steering lines going to it, this is your accumulator, this guy right here. This looks like a little metal can coming off of the Hydro Boost, okay?
You say 3 or 4 stops with the Riker.
With the accumulator pressure. Accumulator pressure. Okay, that's this guy right here. Hydro Boost symptom-based guide. If you got a problem, you're gonna have excessive pedal effort, low brake pedal return, and grabby brakes. That's not good, right?
No bueno.
The boost may chatter or vibrate the pedal if it has a problem also.
What are grabby brakes?
That means when you hit the brake pedal, the car wants to just stop really quick,
Okay.
like throw you through the window.
Oh my god, excuse me.
Kinda like you ever have one of those grabby friends where everything you have in your hand they want to take from you?
No.
All right.
Thank you.
since everybody's going somewhere new, does everyone know who they're supposed to see?
No.
Did I give you an idea? Oh, that's me.
I'm supposed to see Will.
Will, where are you going?
Honda.
Oh, that's right. Tiffany obviously is not interested right now. I told you guys who you gotta see. Charles, who do you get to see a Land Rover?
John.
No
Who is
idea.
it? John Simmons, right?
So when you walk in the service, there's like a Ford Asper, or just go in the office, go in the service area, he's gonna be on your right, like right there. He'll just right there, you just
Okay,
Who am I seeing? Chevy.
John Gonzalez.
I'm gonna say-
Okay, you're gonna be working with a guy named Thomas. He's a good guy, you'll love him. Good, oh no, I'm sorry, you're at Subaru. I'm Chevy.
I'm at Chevy.
No, Nasser is at Subaru.
Yeah.
I'm at Chevy.
No, he's right, he is gonna meet John Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I was thinking of that. Yeah, John, who you're gonna see, okay? You'll be working with Tom.
Okay.
You'll like it there, it's a good place. Yeah, you'll see for
Cody.
Subaru, if
Cody.
Cody's not available, then, I can't remember the other guy's name. Got his card in my car, but, just. one
Weren't
of
you
the
just at
guys.
Subaru?
That was him.
Yeah.
That was Tyler.
Well, who was the guy's name?
Cody's the service manager there, but, the actual guy that runs the shop, he's more toward the door to the shop. Can't remember his name.
He has a beard.
Yeah, yep.
His name is Joe.
Hmm.
But anyway, just ask for Cody, just tell them we're going to the street from the, they'll hook you up with, somebody in the shop. There's actually probably, I think there's 3 guys that work there that came out of this class. They'll know what you're there for, but, all right.
Where's Kia?
Sahara.
Sahara Indicator.
Yeah, West Sahara. I actually haven't been there yet. You guys are gonna be the first ones to go there, but the, I don't know the guy you're gonna see. I haven't met him, but the actual, service manager there is, Tony Smith. He used to be the manager at the Chevy dealer, and then he went out to Bullhead City to run the Chevy dealer they opened out there. Then he came back and he's at the Kia store. So, he knows you're coming. I've already talked to him, okay? I gave him the heads up, so they will be expecting both of you.
You went to Chevy?
I've only been to Honda.
You stayed there the whole time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pilot to Honda?
Huh?
How are the Honda Pilot to Honda new ones?
I like them, honestly. Cause me personally, I want an SUV just because I'm pretty fucking big for most cars. Like the car I got now, that one's actually pretty spacious. I was surprised I fit in it. But every other car, like my mom's car, I can't fit in. My dad's car is alright. He has an Acura MDX. I kind of fit in it, but the Honda Pilots, they have hella space.
Mhm.
Like it feels like I'm sitting in a fucking truck.
I'm just trying to get one.
They're pretty nice.
Just looking at them.
The gas mileage is nice. I think it's like in the 30s.
If you had the 2014, you want to get
Yeah, they're nice. I like them. Drive real smooth, like the electronic suspension. Like when you go over a dip, because when we leave the bay to excuse me, when we leave the bay to go around and take it to the drive, there's a big old dip right in the back. Most cars I go over it, like the Accords and the Civics and shit, it's like boom boom. That car, it doesn't feel like you're driving over it, bro. It's smooth as hell. It's nice. The Honda Pilots are nice.
Anybody still flipping pages? Yeah, how many you got left there?
I went based off memory.
What you driving? Are you? Yeah? Is it faster than this Camaro? It is right now, huh?
just a ship.
Not really, you still got the frame under it. You can push it down the hill, catch some speed. Don't stop it though. What happened? So you could throw four circles in the engine bay and say fuck it.
How many did you say you had left? Or did you?
We can start.
We can start? Okay, let's do it. What does the Hydro Boost use as a source of power?
Wait, are we on one?
A.
Power spur.
Am I on the wrong one?
Yeah, you sounded like a question.
Yeah.
That's a
A
statement.
hydro boost unit uses the power steering
No,
pump.
we're
as a
on
source.
1098, right?
Yeah, well you read that.
You read it like it was a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a source of power, yes.
It is a
True.
question.
Yeah, but you said, what does it use as a source of power? True or false?
Oh, you're right, I
True.
did. You're right.
True.
True.
I tripped over myself. Okay, they use the power steering pump as a source of power. Of course it does, right?
Yeah.
Yes, all right.
You want, are we reading that?
Two.
Oh.
It's all you.
A hydraulically operated booster unit stores fluid under pressure by means of an accumulator. D.
Okay, what are they talking about? Hydraulically operated booster, what is that? Hydro Boost, right? Or self-power steering pump. Stores fluid pressure by means of the accumulator, that's what gives you your power assisted stops if it failed. Or if you lost your power steering pump for whatever reason.
The first step, like, in hydro boost problems, the true visual inspection.
Of course it is. That's always the first step, after verifying that you do have a problem.
On brake assist system, it is active A during the panic stop.
That is correct. Brake assist system is activated during a panic stop only.
Hydro boost brake. Hydro boost brake booster use what type of fluid to manipulate?
Multiply brake.
Multiply brake pedal force. Put A.
Power steering fluid.
Of course, because it works off the power steering pump.
It's the same as number one.
Yep.
Technician A says that the vacuum supply test involved inspecting the vacuum supply hose for kinks. Technician B says the test involved checking the level of vacuum supply by the engine or vacuum pump. Which technician is correct? Both.
Both.
That is correct.
An accumulator such as that used on hydraulic brake boosters provides a reserve in the event of a failure, see?
Yep.
Provides a reserve in event of a failure. That is right.
Which of these could be caused by an improperly adjusted booster push rod? I didn't know this one.
A.
It's A? Okay.
Yep.
I know it's A.
Because if it's adjusted too long, the pedal is going to be, it's gonna have pressure on the pedal all the time. It's gonna cause brakes to drag and overheat.
9, to provide driver with a sense of feel during braking. Vacuum booster use
Diaphragm?
You could see.
Yay! It is C, return spring. And last one, when the brakes are applied in a vacuum booster, who gets that question? That's yours, Terrence, right?
Me?
No,
You?
B is,
Is it you? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's right.
I guess A.
You guessed A.
It's gotta be either A or B. One of the other.
Okay, when the brakes are applied in a vacuum booster, the vacuum control valve is closed. Like B says, vacuum control valve is open.
Who got it
Wait,
right?
this is
When the
Why?
brakes are applied in a vacuum booster, the vacuum
What's that?
control valve is open. When it be open?
Closed.
Closed?
Yeah.
I
You
knew
want
it.
to break it, you can get all the brakes open.
Okay.
I just got two wrong.
Whoa, what did I do? that's the wrong one. I wanted this one.
B.
Are we on what one?
Push rod adjustment.
Oh, I gave you the wrong answer. I didn't mean gauge rod, I meant variable gauge. Sorry. That's gonna be the answer to that question. This is gonna be on the test.
B.
Okay, ears and eyes should be perked up. Okay.
Not what?
Number 2, number 1.
B is for number 1. 2
Variable
Who's
gauge.
gonna be on the test?
A.
What's that?
You said number 1 gonna be on the test or 2?
Yep.
Oh.
You sure you don't wanna come up closer?
Oh yeah, I can see. I was asking you because I
Okay.
thought he was on 2, I think it's on 2.
All right.
2 is A.
Variable gauge. What is number 2?
A.
What is this? What component is this technician holding
Check
in
valve.
this photograph? This guy right here, what is it?
Check valve.
That is correct. We did that one. Effective vacuum brake booster will cause what?
A.
Hard.
Hard brake pedal, right? Yes.
When the brakes are applied in a vacuum
Did that one.
booster,
Did that one?
to provide
Did
the-
that one?
The brake, the booster operation system determines if the booster is receiving.
Both.
Yeah, both.
Both is correct.
An accumulator such as that used on hydraulic boosters. I think we did this one, didn't we?
Are we on 9?
Yeah.
Number 9 is C.
As a reserve.
We did that
of
one.
failure. Yeah,
You
that's
already
one I
know the
read.
answer to that.
10 is accumulator.
10 is accumulator.
Are we gonna do some of these? Okay.
I'm gonna do a couple of these before we get out of here, give you a head start here. Pulsations parallel to the steering wheel, only when the brakes are applied. This should be
Fork
easy,
rotors. D.
right? What do you need to pay attention to? Where's the pulsation?
Steering
In the
wheel
steering
when
wheel,
brakes are
right?
applied.
Only when the brakes are applied.
D.
No.
D.
What?
What?
Come on.
I go back.
You were going too fast.
Front rotor lateral run out. Isn't that still kind of the same thing?
Steering wheel. You're not gonna feel it in the steering wheel
Oh,
if
rear
it's the
rotors.
rear.
I didn't see rear. I, just
I
saw
know you
fork
did,
rotors.
you gotta read it carefully. I know the mistake you made. You saw this and you said it's deep.
Yeah.
Okay. In the steering wheel, front rotor lateral run out, same thing as work. Okay.
Edge.
Okay.
The traction control and stability control systems require input from which of the following sensors?
Just so you know, we are gonna do electronic stability control, ABS, all that stuff next week. We got 3 more chapters to do.
All of the
I
above.
suggest reading 10, 11, and 12 over the weekend, okay?
All of the above.
Okay, good.
Which of the following lubricants are used to lubricate rubber brake components while performing brake job?
Both.
I'm like, hey,
You sure about that?
just say,
Exactly. Don't use petroleum-based anything. Causes rubber to swell.
A technician inspects the brakes on a vehicle with 4-wheel disc brakes and a vacuum assist brake booster. After pumping the brake pedal several times, the technician starts the engine. The pedal drops about 1/4 of an inch toward the floor. Which of the following statements is correct?
this is normal.
We just talked about that. It's what it's supposed to do. Okay.
The customer states the TCS of traction control system warning light sometimes flashes while accelerating from a stoplight. Technician A says the TCS system controls wheel spin while accelerating on slippery surfaces. Technician B says it is normal for the warning light to flash when the system is active. Who is correct? A.
Okay.
Neither.
It wouldn't just flash, it
To be
would pop
fair,
up.
if I'm at a stop and I press a little too hard, that light will pop up.
Yeah.
Too hard?
My car does it too, and it's all-wheel drive.
You're right, both of them.
Jeez, turn
It's
on.
normal for that light to flash if it loses traction, okay?
Oh yeah, because it wouldn't turn on unless you manually put it on, huh? Okay.
It'll flash. If
Yeah.
it just comes on, you have a problem. If
Yeah.
it just does a quick flash, you're losing traction at that point, and
Gotcha.
then it'll just go off.
Gotcha,
That
gotcha.
light turned on when I had to check into
I'm sorry, what's that?
when I had to check into my car. They had that traction light.
Okay,
What did it look like?
That's what happened to mine. the
good
serviceability.
point. Yours did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Under certain conditions, if you have, so an engine misfire is a perfect example. If you have an engine misfire and the check engine light comes on, a lot of times it will turn the traction control light on that disables that system. It can't work properly if the engine's misfiring. So you don't have a problem with the traction control system, it's just that all the modules talk to each other, okay? So when they fix the misfire, the other part automatically goes away. So like I told you before, you do not have a problem with the traction control system, okay? Okay. We'll do, 10 of these or so, and then we'll, call it good. I suggest reading 10, 11, and 12 over the weekend, okay? Take your book with you.
After a test drive, one brake rotor is much hotter than the others. Which of the following is most likely causing this condition? Sticking caliper piston seal. Wait, no.
Isn't it D?
D?
A frozen brake. Wow. A frozen brake caliper. Doesn't that mean it's like seized up and locked?
After a test drive, one rotor is hotter than the others, which means something is causing one of the brakes to not release, drag, something like that. What do you think the most likely thing is?
Slide
Is it
Frozen
D?
brake caliper.
C?
Yeah.
I told you.
Okay. The seal does not retract the piston, it'll drag, it stays in contact with the rotor. Okay. That's that square cut over we talked about, right?
The control module has illuminated the ESP warning lamp on a vehicle with ESP traction control, and the car drifts to the right during the test drive. The car has had a four-wheel alignment, and the hydraulic brake system and pads are in good condition and not dragging. Which of the following is most likely causing this condition?
Oh, I remember this thing.
Uh-huh. Okay, the important things to look at in this are the vehicle has traction control, electronic suspension control, whatever, right? And
Four-wheel
it
drive.
just had a four-wheel alignment. Just had a four-wheel alignment. Sometimes something has to be done after that.
Isn't it? I remember it.
Steering angle sensor needs to be recalibrated after an alignment, okay? Steering angle sensor.
One of the brake shoes on the rear drum brakes has worn more than the other. Which of the following is causing this condition? Sticking wheel cylinder.
What's that? Over adjusted?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
rear drum
sticking wheel
brakes.
cylinder, weak brake spring, leaking wheel cylinder. Okay, I'm assuming they mean one of the shoes on the same brake, not like one side and the other, right? I'm guessing that's what they're saying. So you have one brake shoe that's worn more than the other. If the brakes were over adjusted, I would think both shoes would be worn a lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Guessing. Sticking wheel cylinder, weak brake spring. Which one you guys like?
I say B.
B?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Maybe C.
Maybe C?
Well, only one, and
Oh, it's
the
just one.
wheel cylinder
Yeah, I know.
pushes both.
Ooh.
Wheel cylinder. Pistons can stick, affecting brake shoe application.
I knew it.
We did that.
We're on 9.
We did that. There we go.
A vehicle with a four-wheel disc ABS brake system has a slight clicking sound when it's first started in the morning. The noise goes away after a few seconds. Which of the following is most likely making this noise?
Needed to warm up.
Vacuum brake booster.
C?
C?
Wait, yeah, C.
Would it be the ABS now?
Brake pads.
Well, wait, the 4-wheel disc is definitely important, so yeah.
Normal. ABS system runs a system check when the key is first turned on, the valves make a clicking noise, and then it'll go away.
Gotcha.
Normal. Okay?
The rear drum brakes of a light truck are locking up with only light pressure applied to the brake pedal. Which of the following is causing this condition?
See?
Metering
Could be
valve.
a fault brake switch.
Think of brake switch?
Only a light truck locking up.
What's the
with
brake switch
light pressure
do?
applied to the brake pedal.
What's that? I'm sorry?
Press the brake pedal or
Okay, the brake switch, what that does is it's an electrical switch on your brake pedal arm, right? So when you push the brake pedal,
Is it A?
it
It's A.
sends an input to the controller, telling it, turn the brake lights on, it's just an electrical, okay? It wouldn't
Is
have
it-
anything to do with how the brakes operate, okay?
Is it A?
You guys remember the difference between a mating valve and a proportioning valve?
Yeah.
Apparently you do. Okay. All right. Do, I don't know, 2 or 3 more.
Which of the following brake fluid is silicone based 5.1?
5.1,
No.
no,
No, it's
5.
5.
okay.
Damn. The vehicle has a low brake pedal that slowly fades to the floorboard, causing the vehicle to creep forward at stoplights. An initial inspection indicates that the master cylinder reservoir is full and no external leaks exist. Which of the following is causing this condition?
Vacuum
No.
brake booster.
Remember, the brake
B.
booster's only gonna give you a hard brake pedal if
Yeah.
it's not
Would
working.
be B, master cylinder cup seals.
If the brake pedal fades
But it's
away,
full, right?
the master cylinder is bad.
Yeah.
Cup seal is a master cylinder, okay?
The front of a passenger vehicle has a growling sound that increases in intensity while making left-hand turns. The most likely cause of this sound is
Bearing.
This is an easy one. We had the same questions
D.
in the previous chapters, the
No.
previous lesson, right? Which one is it?
D.
No.
C.
Dog?
Yeah.
Making a left turn, it's the right wheel bearing, yes.
Technician A says accumulators are found only on non-integral ABS systems. Technician B says some integral ABS units contain high-pressure accumulators that must be discharged before repair. Who is correct?
Obviously, you're gonna probably have to guess on this. We haven't done ABS yet, but
C.
Technician
What?
says accumulators are found only on
It's gotta be one or the
non-integral
other,
ABS
right?
systems. Integral ABS units
B.
contain high-pressure accumulators that must be discharged before repair.
Say B.
B.
B?
B,
Uh-huh.
What do you say?
B.
You guys all like B, huh?
Mhm.
All right, good job. Okay, we'll do this one and then we'll call it good.
The master cylinder reservoir cap gasket is swollen and deformed. The cap fits tight and there are no external leaks found. Technician A says this could be caused by contaminated brake fluid. Technician B says brake fluid is hot.
Hydroscopic, and
Hydroscopic.
readily absorbed moisture, we already know that's
Readily
true,
absorbed
right?
moisture, yes, so it's vote B.
C.
If the gasket's swollen and deformed, it probably has contaminated fluid, right?
Yeah.
What? Wait, no.
I said B.
No, that was a different
Oh,
one.
I was gonna say. Okay, good.
No, I just went the wrong way, yeah, they're both right.
I wasn't wrong though. B, B
All right.
was right.
I'll see you guys tomorrow, have a good day,
No,
make sure
tomorrow's
you read
Thursday.
110 to 112, what's that?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
See you Monday.
I'm sorry.